Welcome to Mr. Percents, Making Sense of Marketing Research Presents. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Mr. Percents and why Oklahoma State University's marketing research class adopted this persona. To begin with, recognize that MR is oftentimes used as an abbreviation for Mr., but also recognize that MR in a business context can be used to abbreviate marketing research. The phrase percents, or the name as we've applied it here, was adapted from a very common phrase, common sense. So what we're hoping to do at Mr. Percents is make common sense of some of the statistical reporting that you see in very popular business periodicals and other news outlets. Thus the phrase, making sense of marketing research presents. So to follow the approach that we've used previously, today Mr. Percents asks about high-definition televisions, or HDTVs. What percentage of U.S. households have HDTVs? 53%, 63%, or 73%? If you said 53%, you are correct. 53% of total U.S. households report owning a high-definition television. This according to the 2009 Cable and Telecommunications Association for Marketing Pulse Report. A little more insight from that report suggests that the televisions themselves are 32 inches or larger in 59% of the cases, and 69% of the individuals who own these televisions subscribe to some form of HD programming through a cable or satellite provider. Now let's ask a different but related question. Which years produced the highest percentage point increase? In other words, the highest increase in home ownership of HD TVs year over year. Was it 2007 to 2008 or 2008 to 2009? If you said home ownership of HD TVs grew the most between 2008 and 2009, you are correct. According to this same report, 35% of total U.S. households owned HD TVs in 2008. That results in a year-over-year increase of 18 percentage points. Now let's ask another related follow-up question that is still slightly different. Which years produced the highest percent increase? 2007 to 2008 or 2008 to 2009? If you again said 2008 to 2009, sorry, that is incorrect. For those years, HD TV ownership experienced a 51.43% increase, again from 35% to 53%. However, from 2007 to 2008, there was a 52.17% increase. Given the 23% base in 2007, that is slightly higher. If we were to graph these numbers, you can recognize that they are three different things. The top blue line is the percent change we just spoke of. The bottom brown or tan line is the percentage point change consistent with the second question, while the first question relates to the middle blue line, which was about just HD TV ownership in total U.S. households. If we represent this data in a table form instead of a graph form, it becomes clearer as to the distinctions between them. You see the home ownership column, the percentage point change column, and the percent change column. The emphasis is added to help distinguish how you can get two different answers to two different but related questions with the two rightmost columns. For additional clarification, you can see the simple mathematics as to how these different points were derived. The percentage point column is merely subtraction. The percentage change column is that same subtraction with the previous year serving as the baseline to establish the denominator. As that baseline grows and more people have HD TVs, then the percentage change starts to go down. So as more people have these televisions in their home, there's less opportunity for out-and-out growth, as represented by the percent change column on the far right. So again, why Mr. Percents? Well, here's some common quotes about statistical practices and these simple mathematics. Torture numbers, and they'll confess to anything. 98% of all statistics are made up. Statistics can be made to prove anything, even the truth. Say you were standing with 1 foot in the oven and 1 foot in an ice bucket. According to the percentage people, you should be perfectly comfortable. Facts are stubborn things, but statistics are more pliable. When people think about research, particularly marketing research, these sorts of famous quotes oftentimes come to mind. But the reality is, there's other ways to look at these things. For instance, we recognize that percents are not necessarily common sense. So when we talk about percents and trying to make sense of them, it becomes an important activity. Or, as we like to say, it's not merely about the 3 kinds of lies, dadgum lies, and statistics, but maybe it's more appropriate to look at statistical analysis and reporting and say, do not put your faith in what statistics say until you have carefully considered what they do not say. That's more consistent with what Mr. Percents is all about. To learn more, go to Oklahoma State University's iTunes U site at itunes.okstate.edu. Not only thanks for playing, but thanks for learning along with us.